MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. It's the opener of this three-game series between the 66ers and the Arrows. It's baseball on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Josh Henson will be on the mound for the series opener. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, you don't see a lot of guys that have 5 pitches, right? Sometimes it's hard to master even 2 or 3. But if you can master 5 like he has, he'll be in pretty good shape.
So striding in, McGee. And we are set for baseball here this evening.
For the 66ers, the second baseman, number 3.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And here's a swing and a miss on the game's first pitch, and that's how we'll get started in the Tuesday opener. Fellas are home 9 as they begin play here this evening. They came out on the losing end last time out and are in a bit of a skid. In fact, they've lost 7 of their last 10.
Yeah, Matty B, we're looking at a team right now. They're just playing some average baseball through 4 games of this homestand. They split at 2-2, D-Row, and I think they expect a little bit more.
Yeah, and you don't want to be playing average baseball in front of your home fans. They need to find a way to win this game and try and take 3 out of the first 5 of this homestand.
Digging in now, Tyler Blackwell. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Pitch on the way. Looking at his career totals, Blackwell has a batting line residing in the 290s. Looking to boost that even higher here. The 0-1. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. And the splitter's in there as he gets ahead here 1-2. 67 degrees our game time temperature. 1 out, nobody on. Hit back up the middle. And into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single.
You don't see that too much in today's game. Most guys, it doesn't matter what the count is. They're looking to line them, drive the ball out of the ballpark. Not the case here. Good 2-strike adjustment, able to punch a ground ball through a hole for a single.
To the plate now, Dante Smith, as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Blackwell, base runner at first with 1 out. Throw over to the bag, but the runner's back easily. Runner's off for second. That's a strike to throw down. Way late, and he's in there easily at second.
Well, he's certainly doing his best to get his team out to an early lead. Picks up the single and then decides that's not good enough, so he swipes second to get into scoring position. Now we'll see if the guys can pick him up.
And he misses there. 1-2. 1 out and a runner on second base. Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone.
So you'd love for him to offer at that one, but the execution was flawless. Nice curveball that starts in the zone and breaks just out. Just a great take by the batter.
A swing and a miss for out number 2, and a ball he had no chance of making contact with.
I think he had his mind made up. He was swinging the bat and trying to protect before the ball even left the pitcher's hand. That pitch wasn't even close. He would have needed a flagpole to get that one.
In now, Troy Drennan, as the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Now you can see he's working around this guy right here. Why not? First base is open. Walk wouldn't be the worst thing in this spot.
Ready with the 2-0. Hard liner, but picked up on a hop. And the off-balance throw gets him as he takes away a hit, and the side is retired. Off of one leg, in the hole, falling away. That is pure magic. Bottom of the first, straight ahead. We're scoreless on MLB Network. Bobby Cox gets the call for game 1 of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft. You can go in and out. And anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage.
Standing in, King Giles. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The center fielder, King Giles.
Now here it comes. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1. Well, you take a look at our visiting club as they take the field tonight. They come into this one in decent form, as despite the loss last time out, they've won 6 of their last 9.
Yeah, Matty, these players got in their cars today to drive to the stadium, focused on one thing. Not who was going to be the hero, just the fact that they needed a W, and that one of their teammates, whether it's them or someone else, has to come up with a big knock.
One and 2 as the changeup had him out in front there. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base. And that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
At the plate now, Dexter Godwin. That's a ball 1. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Here it comes, 1-0. And a fastball in there for a strike, 1-1. And set up behind the dish is Eric Summerskill, as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
Yeah, Dan, we got Eric Summerskill behind the dish. Really likes to work the ball east-west. What did you like? Did you like north-south, east-west?
I thought east-west, D-Row. The more I could get away with on the outside corner, inside corner, give me a wider plate than a higher plate. I think it's a lot easier to pitch to a wider plate.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Schultz is right there, and he's got it for out number 2.
Batting first, the first baseman, Alton Kramer.
Now at the plate, Alton Kramer. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. The pitch. And a ball, 1-0. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Oh, much too tardy on the fastball. 1-1.
If the offense didn't already know, man on the mound's got his A-game fastball working today.
1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Here it comes.
He's a veteran out on that mound. He understands he has to establish that inside fastball to open up the outer half of the plate.
2 out, nobody on. Still 2-2. And the pitch. Hit weakly on the ground is short. Scooped up. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. Second inning set to go, and next will be a speed threat in the form of outfielder Ben Kohler. First offering on its way. Breaking ball below the zone. That's ball one. Kohler tends to have more success against right-handed pitching like this than he does against southpaws. Could be a comfort thing. Maybe he just picks up the ball a little better, but that's the book on him at this point. 2-0 now. Now here it comes. And this one's over at the knees. 2-1.
That's evidence of a pitcher and catcher being totally in sync out there. That tells me they both know that's a good pitch for him right now.
He's fallen behind now. 3-1.
Now this is a leadoff at bat. Great patience, and he's just waiting for that pitch. That's too good to pass up.
Pulled toward right center field. Center fielder on the run, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
The third baseman, Justin Bishop.
Standing in, Justin Bishop, and he has not gotten off to the start he had hoped for with the bat. It's been a real struggle for him out of the gate. And this is taken outside for ball one. No score here as we play inning number 2. And it's fouled away. And a half swing here, but he pretty clearly went around, and it's 1-2 now. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
Stepping in now, J.P. Humphries. Ball one to start the at-bat. A splitter, but he started it too low as it bounces up to the plate.
It's never advantageous to fall behind 2-0 as a pitcher, but if you're going to do it, it's far better to do it with a guy down in the bottom of the order. Time for a challenge fastball right here, though.
Hit hard on the ground is short. He's got it. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2, and we are tied 0-0. So here's the cleanup hitter, Chet Tierney, a Silver Slugger recipient for National League outfielders a year ago. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball one. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
You never want to fall behind as a pitcher, but doing it to a guy like this is even worse. He's got to bear down and execute for the rest of this at-bat, starting right now.
Lets it fly 2-0, but this one's by him for the first strike. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss. Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone.
That was kind of a gift to the hitter. He's up there probably thinking of protecting on 2-2, but when you launch a ball that high out of the strike zone, it's obviously easy to take that one.
And he takes ball 4. Leadoff man's aboard here to begin the home half of the second.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving one up where he can really hurt you.
Ready now, Muhammad Butts. First chance for him here with a man on following the leadoff walk. From the belt, kicks and deals. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. The 1-0. Runners on the move for second. Pitch misses low. The throw down is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base. Now the 2-0. Fouled off. Now the 2-1. Hit out towards second. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Batting fifth, the third baseman, Antonio Nunez.
Coming to the plate now, Antonio Nunez. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. From the stretch. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Changes up on him if that's in the dirt for a ball.
That's not some bad pitching right there. You're 2 pitches down, but you have a runner on third, and you know this hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can hit into the air for a sacrifice fly.
Fly ball out toward left center field. Center fielder on the run. He gets there to make the catch, but this should bring home a run as the runner tags from third. And he will score on the sacrifice fly as he's in with our first tally of the ballgame.
Got his job done there and made it look pretty simple. Got it into the outfield to bring home the first run of the game and pick up the RBI.
Stepping into the box, Chris Saito. Bases empty and 2 gone following the sacrifice fly. Here's the first pitch to him. This one's down to third. Reined in. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So they scratch across a run on no hits, no errors, and no one left on. We played 2 full. The Arrows are out in front 1-0. Leading off the inning, Orlando Schultz, and they'll need him to get something going here. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Reaches out, but he can't get it. It's 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. In there, and he's ahead 0-2 now. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Hey, that's back-to-back really good sliders. I wouldn't be surprised if he threw another one right here. Looks like he's got that slide ball in his back pocket right now.
A ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2 locks him up for strike 3.
That's what you call clipping the outside corner. Great movement on that slider, and it completely locked up the hitter. Didn't fool the umpire, though.
So now to the plate, Bobby Cox. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Now batting, number 3.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, McGee. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, I understand that, Matty, but this guy's got burner wheels down the first baseline. I don't think he even concerns himself with that. He has to put it on the ground. That's part of what makes him successful.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
Here's a look over to first. And a dive, but he's back in. And again a throw. And the runner back. Into the box now, Tyler Blackwell. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Now the 1-0. Hit down the line at first. Now a throw over, and he'll get back in safely. And they pitch out here, but nothing's happening. Ball 2. A runner on first with 2 away. He's running. Pitch outside. The throw. And it skips in as he steals the bag easily.
Well, they threw over there multiple times thinking he was going to try to swipe that bag, so they were onto him, but he just waited it out and took off when he had the chance. Nice job of base running there.
The 3-1 pitch. Had a good 3-1 cut, but he misses the splitter. 3-2 now.
You know he wants to end this inning right here on 3-2, but I don't think we'll see him lay one in on the next pitch there with a base open to work with.
The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. So stepping in, Robinson Schwabenland. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
Robinson Schwabenland.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Fastball called for strike 2.
Yeah, this is straight survival mode. Down 0-2. The numbers are definitely not with the batter here.
And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
Hey, the fish ain't biting there on that 0-2 breaking ball, but you got to be careful because this pitcher might throw him another one.
The 1-2. Popped him up. Smith has a play. And that's the first out of the inning. And with that, there you get a look at what's happening in the race in the National League West. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Josh Hansen, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Here's the pitch. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Very rarely does a pitcher like this leave one in a location like that. That's a pitch right there he'd like to have back. He'd love to swing at that one again.
And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. Fastball runs in tight here, and it's 2-1.
You certainly know he's not trying to work around the pitcher. But sometimes the hardest thing to do is to throw a strike to a guy that you know won't swing the bat.
And now pitch on the way. And ooh, that strike zone's getting a little inconsistent now. It's 2-2. Swing and a little blooper to center. McGee ranging into the outfield. He can't get there as it falls in.
Somebody's going to be icing their thumbs after this game. That's a jam sandwich, but able to mix in a knot.
Standing in now, King Giles, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball one. Runners on first with one down. Looked like a breaking ball there, but it missed badly. 2-0.
When hitters are able to lay off curveballs and get themselves into good counts because of it, you're in pretty big trouble as a pitcher. A lot of guys rely on their opponents offering at that pitch, even when it's not in a good location to hit.
And a good comeback fastball there. It's 2 balls and a strike. To 2-2 now. So far in this game, he's the only guy in the lineup that's gone down on strikes.
This is the only guy in the lineup that struck out so far, and now he finds himself in the hole with 2 strikes.
Oh, and they pulled a string on a good changeup there as he swings and misses, and he's set down on strikes for the second time tonight.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there. The location was excellent because if it's put in play, there's a good chance it's on the ground for a double play. And, hey, a strikeout always works, too.
To the plate now, Dexter Godwin, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. 0 for 1 here in the early going. The 0-1 on its way. Weak grounder down the line at third. A scoop with the bare hand. He is out. Digging in to try it again, Dante Smith. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First pitch coming. Here it is.
This guy's been really on point so far, but it's not getting any easier. He has to get through 4, 5, and 6 right here.
Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike.
Man, as a pitcher, you have to love pitching 0-2. Multiple ways, up, down, in and out, throw the breaking ball. A lot of different ways to get guys out.
Looking to punch him out again. Pitch. Oh, here's a line drive. That is going to get down, and it's going to roll for a while. And I'll tell you what, with his wheels, he may not stop running. Smith takes the turn at third. He wants it all. And he's safe at the plate. We're all square at 1 apiece.
The fans are not happy, and I can't blame them. And inside the bunker on that hit, there's simply no excuse for that. And everyone in the ballpark knows it. We'll see if he can shake it off and get out of the top half of this inning.
plate now, Troy Brennan, as he'll wait out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike one. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. No outs, nobody on. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Hard sinker misses, 2-2.
Looks like this guy's afraid to throw the ball in the strike zone. Gave up that home run earlier in the inning. Needs to get back to being aggressive.
Sinker, 3-2 now. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. And he'll keep it rolling here as he's got himself a triple.
In most parts of the league, that would be a round tripper. I mean, he hits this thing probably more than 400 feet, but he'll have to be content with a triple. Has to feel good about the way he hit it, though.
Stepping in now, Ben Fuller, as he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike one. Runner at third here, nobody out. Hit on the ground to short. But the throw bounces at first, and the run's going to score.
The third baseman, number 13.
And that's what speed does for you. He made the play, but in the back of his mind, he knew he was dealing with the speedster, so he rushed the throw, and he had more time than he thought, too.
So it's a runner at first as a result of the throwing error. And that'll give way to the third baseman, Justin Bishop. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hung the slider there, but laid off for ball one. Bishop, a native of the Dominican Republic. He's currently on a one-year deal, so he stands to be a free agent at the end of this season.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
Throw over to first, and he'll dive back in. Two-0 count, the pitch. Ball 3-1 now as that misses down and in.
Hey, he's had great command all day. Want to see how aggressive he is in the zone with a 3-ball count.
A runner at first with no outs here. Skied in the air to straightaway left. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. It's a two-run shot to straightaway left. Second home run early in the year, as it's now a 4-1 ball game.
Another excellent swing right there. That's multiple home runs in the same inning. Watch yourself. You're missing over the heart of the plate.
Into the box, J.P. Humphries, as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. The windup and the 0-1. Four runs here in this half inning. Good waste pitch, 1-2.
Well, it's been a rough one so far. 4 runs through 3 innings. It's about time to get that pitch count down, or he won't be out here very long.
The 1-2. Grounded back up the middle. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now.
Hey guys, that's an excellent job right there. That's a back foot slider. Usually those are kryptonite for most batters, and he's able to fight it off, keep his hands inside the baseball, and deliver a base hit.
At the plate, Orlando Schultz, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. First time up, he went down looking. The 1-0 home is in there for strike 1. And a bouncing ball, foul. One and 2, here it comes. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time.
Boy, the curveball just hasn't been there this afternoon, and this is this guy's bread and butter pitch, especially when he gets ahead of hitters. He needs to find that curveball again.
The 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Nobody out, runner on first. Count still full, 3-2. Another full count pitch home. And that misses for ball 4. And it's first and second now with nobody out.
What's the saying? When you find yourself in a hole, the first thing you should do is stop digging. Well, the guy on the bump obviously hasn't heard that one.
Now out of the dugout comes the manager as he'll make his way towards the mound. And a change is forthcoming, as that's going to do it for his starter here this evening. So as he leaves, I would imagine these fans would not be much pleased with his performance here this evening, as he certainly was not sharp. Tim Lee answers the call from the pen here in the 4th, as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from the starter. Bobby Cox will be his first test out of the bullpen, and it'll be a tough test indeed, as he'll face him with 2 on and nobody out here. From the belt, the pitch. And he'll smartly just ensure that this stays a foul ball. And no surprise to see the pitcher squaring around as he gets this one down. Only plays to first, so the pitcher does his job, as it's a successful sacrifice.
Number 3.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, McGee. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, and just another simple single to the outfield would be a big one right here. Don't try and do too much. You know there's a potential base open right there. Maybe sit off speed.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. From the stretch. pulled high in the air out to right field. Catch is made. Here comes the runner from third. So add one more on the sac fly, as that'll make this a 5-1 game.
Great work to do a job right there. He's not a big power bat, so he was looking to get a fly ball to the outfield and give his guy at third a chance.
Digging in once again, Tyler Blackwell. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Strike taken as the curveball drops into the bottom part of the zone.
Well, this is starting to feel like a make or break moment in this game. When you're playing a first place team, you can't expect to fall way behind early in the game and then mount a comeback.
Ball and a strike. Here's the 1-1. And he misses. 2-1.
Count is 2-1.
Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup.
Hey, I love the mindset of this pitcher right here. Try and dominate and execute a fastball in, and then get the guy sitting inside trying to be quick to everything, and then pull the string a little bit on a nasty changeup.
From the belt, the pitch. And he'll try to hold up in time, but to no avail as he went around, and the inning is over. So a very good outburst here as 5 runs come across and allow them to take the lead. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. Uranus is out in front, 5-1. Now at the plate, Alton Kramer, 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
The 1-0. Now here's a swing and a ball hit well out there toward right center. Right fielder giving chase. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
The batter, the right fielder, Chet Tierney.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Chet Tierney. He scored after reaching on a walk in his first at-bat. Here's the pitch. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Down and away, ball 1. And to lay off a fastball up in the zone here, and that brings it to 2-1 now. 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Just missed with the 2-2 count, and it runs full now. (5-1) our score as we play the 4th here. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. So digging in now, Muhammad Butts. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
One of the things this guy would like to do from the left side is swing it a little bit better against right-handed pitching. This guy has decent numbers, but not great numbers against right-handed pitchers.
He pops him up toward the left side of the infield. Bishop is there, and the side is retired. Trying to pick things up where we left off, Dante Smith, the recipient of a National League Silver Slugger Award for his contributions at shortstop last year. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1. slider laid off for a ball. Two balls and a strike.
Count 2-1.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Giles is right there, one down.
Now batting, the first baseman, Troy Brennan.
Ready for another shot now, Troy Brennan. Here comes the first pitch. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
Hey, not too often we see this hitter come outside his game plan, outside the zone, but that pitch was just so tempting.
Nothing in one count. Here it comes. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
Tapped out in front of home. And that's the second out.
The left fielder, number 2, Ben Keller.
Digging in, Ben Kohler. He reached base on an error and later came around to score last time up. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Nope.
Here's a fastball upstairs, 1-0. It's a 5-1 game here in inning number 5. Fouled away. Now the 1-1 pitch is laid off for ball 2. And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. The 2-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Too high, ball 3. Justin Bishop would be next. Lifted out towards straightaway center field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Leading off the inning, Antonio Nunez, and they'll need him to get something going here.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
And he misses inside with that one, ball 1. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. And able to lay off the fastball away here. 2-1 now. Here it comes. Ball even at 2-2. And he takes ball 3, so it's a full count now. And this is sliced foul into the stands in right, out of play. Payoff pitch one more time. And that misses. Ball 4 now. It's a leadoff walk to get the home half of the 5th underway.
I know one thing. He earned that free pass right there. He was tempted with some really good pitches, but he stayed disciplined and drew the walk.
At the plate, Chris Saito. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Too high, 1-0. And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now.
Those were great takes right there. Those were pitches that a lot of guys normally swing at, but he took both of them and finds himself in a productive count leverage 2-0.
And that'll get down out there near the wall. Nunez rounds the corner and is headed home. And the runner will score from first. And he will make it all the way around the bases. It's an inside the park 2-run home run.
Boy, the home fans are loving that inside the Parker. Looked like he was carrying a piano around his back when he rounded third, but he made it. Somebody get him an oxygen mask.
So now to the plate, Robinson Schwabenland. And he's a bit tardy there on the first pitch fastball. It's 0-1. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Base is empty here with nobody out. Count remains at 0-2.
Oh, that's frustrating right there. He was right on that. Fastball, took it deep, just couldn't keep it fair. How many times have you seen it? There's a good chance he's punching out right here.
And another foul ball. Swing and a foul tip, but that's held onto behind the plate. It's a strikeout for out number 1.
It's never easy to rebound after serving up a 2-run shot, but that at-bat was a good indication to me that he isn't letting it get to him. He went right after him for the strikeout.
Jerry Jordan will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Jerry Jordan.
And a strike called at the knees, 0-1. And he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. And he takes something off there and had him way out in front for strike 2. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Kohler will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the second out of the inning.
Number 28, King Giles.
At the plate, King Giles. And he's likely just trying to put one in play here. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts thus far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And here's a ball hit in the air. Long run for the right fielder. Long run, but he gets there to track this one down, and a very nicely recorded out number 3. So 2 runs on 1 hit, and the 1 hit was a big one, the home run. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. Uranus is out in front here, 5-3. Christopher Meadows takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound. Ready to take his hacks again, Justin Bishop, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up. high and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball one. And that's swung on and missed on a pitch down, 1-1. Now here's the pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Godwin is calling for it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Boy, he showed some pretty good range, heading pretty deep into the outfield to bring that one down. Thought the outfielder might call him off, but he clearly had it under control.
Now at the plate, J.P. Humphries, 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. First offering on its way.
Counts 1-0.
Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. Two and one.
Hey, this pitcher better be careful right here. My man at the plate is not trying to push something to the opposite field.
Now the 2-1 pitch.
Ball 3. Count is 3-1.
And a changeup couldn't get him to bite, and it's ball 4.
Well, he walked him on 5 pitches, but that last pitch was really good. He missed down, but only by a hair. When a hitter has a 3-1 count, he can wait until he gets a pitch he loves.
Now batting, Orlando Schultz comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. He's set and the pitch. There's fastball mid. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Three and 0 now. And he'll just make him throw one over here. 3-1.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.